So Tom, the last time we saw you, you were being pretty hard on yourself at the performance in London. With a couple months between then and now, how are you feeling about that fight?
I feel great about it. I learned a lot of lessons, and it was a great experience.
Yeah. You talked about not being maybe as aggressive as you wanted or what after that fight. What did you go back and talk to your coaches about afterwards?
Really working my offense, coming forward, and I've been a great counterpuncher in my fights, and I want to be more aggressive now and push the action.
And you had talked about your opponent there being tougher than people were giving him credit for.
Yeah.
How do you see Sean?
He's a tough guy. It's going to be a great test, and I look forward to passing the test on Saturday.
Yeah. What do you see him bringing out in you?
I've trained hard for the stylistic matchup, and I've learnt a lot in camp, and I look to learn from the test, and reach new levels.
Right.
Yeah, he's a good jabber, good jiu-jitsu guy. He's well rounded, and it's going to be great.
Does he feel like the next progression for you?
Yeah, he does. Feels like a good step up, and it's going to be good. I'm looking forward. I'm ready to rumble, and it'll be great.
Right on. All right.
You look more relaxed now on media day than I've seen you ahead of previous fights. Do you feel like you're much more set now in terms of where you sit in terms of the UFC, and you've got those early fights under your belt now? Do you feel that you're fully established now?
Yeah, I'm getting more experience as a fighter. I'm fighting all the time, and I'm just coming off fighting in London, my home country. There was a lot of attention surrounding me, so to go through that and come out with a win, it's improved me a lot.
Talking about that fight in London, obviously it wasn't the highlight win that you were looking for. What sort of feedback did you get after the fight in terms of from the fans and also from your coaches? Because I know initially you were disappointed, and we spoke a couple of weeks back and you said it was a really big, helpful learning experience for you. So what sort of feedback were you getting after?
There's a mix from the fans. Some were a bit disappointed, and there's a lot of fans that really like some of the grappling exchanges and the things that happened in the fight. For me, as I say, I learnt a lot, and it was good to get three fights in there. I've stopped everyone, and it's just good. It's another guy. Kate Nakamura's had 41 fights now, professional. So to say I beat a guy like that, it's also boosting my confidence.
There are fans who sort of say about TriStar fighters though that it's a cautious approach. Is that? Do you think that that's an accurate title of what?
Not really. It's just each fight, in the fight. It was awkward because I know Nakamura was looking to counter and also slip and engage into the clinch. So when I really learned from that fight is defending the body lock. My body lock defense, I've worked a lot from training for this fight. It's improved me. You learn lessons from wins and losses, and I learned a lot of lessons from that performance.
You talk about learning. Obviously, you picked up your BJJ brown belt. Last week, was it?
Yeah, last week.
Tell us about that. When did you start? What was it that got you into BJJ in the first place?
I started BJJ at 16 years old. I did no gi at first. And I started training the gi 2011 maybe, and it's a great accomplishment to get my brown belt off. Faraz Zahabi. Faraz doesn't give away belts, and I'm very proud to receive my brown belt from him.
And that's one area of the game you're progressing in. From talking to you, I get the impression that the one that you enjoy the most is the striking aspect. Would that be fair? You enjoy working your boxing?
No, there's times where I wish I would have been a boxer. There's times I wish I would have been a jiu-jitsu guy. But that's why I do. There's times I wish I was a wrestler, because I've competed in all aspects. I've competed in Thai boxing. I'm a mixed martial artist. I love every aspect, and that's why I do this to be well-rounded and have a passion for everything.
And how pleasing is it to be given just that little bit extra spotlight? Obviously, you had the fight in London. Obviously, that was extra spotlight for you. And now you're featured in this event, which is obviously a very, very big event here in LA. So how important or how valuable is that for you to be able to just deal with the increased exposure and things like that?
Yeah, it's great exposure, and it's going to get my name out there more, and hopefully people enjoy watching me fight, and I can put on great performances for all the people watching.
And there'll be a lot of people tuning in back home in England, and I know you're a Montreal native now, but you're a Brit, so
definitely.
Everyone's going to be looking forward to this.
I love home, I miss home, but I'm out here trying to become a better mixed martial artist and training with the best. But I want to perform for the British fans, and especially the Brummies. I miss Birmingham.
Brilliant. And just a final one. Have you got a message for everyone who's going to be staying up late to watch you fight?
Yeah, tune in. I'm gonna do the country proud.
Great stuff. Really appreciate it, mate.
Thank you.